Adventures.
Hey guys, it's Chuke here with Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Well, I wanted to do a video on my most requested matchup, and that is the High Point JXP 10mm versus the Dan Wesson Razorback 10mm. Now, they are very close in specs. Well, I'm just kidding. This one costs about 10 times more than this one, but to be fair, this thing has been solid, and it's an American-made company, and for those that want to get into 10mm at a very discounted price, I think it could be a good option. So let's just do some shooting at the range. We'll take a look at it, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Well, here you go, the iconic Razorback from Dan Wesson, 10mm 1911. Of course, these are between $1,600 all the way up to $2,000, so they are pretty pricey. The barrel length and actual number of rounds are very similar to this guy. I think I've got the 8-rounder in here. No, 9-rounders. So 9-rounder in this guy, which is really nice, 9+1. And I think I've got a 10-round single stack in this guy. Yep, 10 rounds in this guy. So I'm not a big fan of these mags. They're awkward to load. Everything about this pistol is awkward. Racking this massive slide. It is a yeet cannon though, so I kind of like the way it looks. It does look like something from Stargate. Really similar barrel length, so 5 inches, 5.2 inches, and then they actually gave you a threaded barrel. Wouldn't that be crazy to put a suppressor on this? But just an interesting beast. I mean, you could really hammer a bear with this just by hitting him with it. It's just so heavy. So we're going to see how it goes. All right, this is probably the most epic comparison I've ever done. We've got the Dan Wesson Razorback in 10mm versus the High Point yeet cannon in 10mm. So let's fire the Dan Wesson. Now what's interesting, 9 rounds and 10 rounds, so pretty close single stack magazines. So let's fire the Dan Wesson, see if I can even hit steel. We are at 19, 20 yards because you can't have it closer on this range. So I meant to do that. Nice flinch at the end. All right. God, this thing is so weird. There we go. This thing is just strange. You really feel the slide on it. Oh boy. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give it to the Dan Wesson. It was a little more comfortable to shoot even though this is heavier. So I'll have Matt try it out and see what he thinks. And I will note that we are firing hollow points, so they're feeding hollow points. These are S&B jacketed hollow points. So check out Matt from Alaska Frontier 1. We're going to see what he thinks. I think the sights are off on that.
Yeah, the sights are definitely a little bit weird, but very clean shooter for a 10 mil.
Yeah.
I have to say. This thing is very top heavy.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Lord. This thing has a very punishing recoil.
Yeah.
It is, I don't know, this thing is very unpleasant to shoot.
For being so heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. The trigger is very awkward on this thing, and I don't know, the way it was hitting the back of my hand, I don't know if you were experiencing it, it was just very punishing. It like genuinely every round hurt to shoot out of
Yeah,
this gun.
not fun.
This one is, Dan Wesson obviously is the winner for
Yeah.
sure. There's no doubt about that. This thing is a pleasure to shoot. This thing feels very well put together, but the High Point is just an extremely punishing handgun to shoot.
For like $160 though, it's not bad.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably choose like a 9mm or something that's less intense at a 10mm, but I guess if you had to for bear defense,
Yeah.
like I guess. But yeah, this is a very punishing gun to shoot. This is not fun.
Agreed. Well, obviously, the Dan Wesson wins. It is just better in just about every way. It is much more comfortable to shoot. I was a little disappointed because when we were filming a short, and I did have one jam with this guy, but to be fair, that's the first one that's ever happened. We've shot 200 grain hardcast, everything through it. It is a shooter. I have not cleaned it. That might be part of it. I might have been limp wristing it. It's super awkward to shoot, but in a way, I think it is a pretty cool pistol, and if you are just wanting to get into 10mm on a budget, I still think it's a good choice, and I still think that, you know, if you just wanted something cheap you could carry into bear country once in a while, I don't think you can go wrong with it. If you can afford better, get a Glock or something, but I still like this High Point. So let me know what you guys think. It's Chuke, your friend in the field.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, look, get shot by a bear, but I don't care. I got a 10mm. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you all die every time.